What's up, Warren? Quick demo video for you for your flagship that I etched and installed for you. It might be a little bit hard to see this stuff on camera, but this is all etched in a Return of the Jedi theme. So I did, this light probably is gonna hurt more than it's gonna help, maybe. This is the entire opening scroll from Return of the Jedi that you see in the very beginning of the movie. You wanted that on there, so I put that on one of the shrouds. Over here is a Death Star. I got a couple X-Wings flying towards it. You wanted Luke's hero saber and then Vader's EV6 on like in between. So you've got, Vader over here, Luke over here. You can see these better in the pictures that I sent you through a private message. And then CC sabers in there for your main PCB. On the handle here is just an entire mural of all the characters from ROTJ. So again, it might be a little bit difficult to pick that up in the light or on this camera, but you'll be able to see those really well when you get this in person. I mean, it's got pretty much all the players on there from the movie. And then we've got the Jedi symbol, the same symbol I put on all the bump outs on the bottom of the pommel here, just to round it off and make it nice. You got a this is a dual aluminum tactile switch from Robert Sotomayor over at Sorok Sabers. So your top switch will be your auxiliary, and your top switch is power, bottom is auxiliary. And then we just want to unscrew the handle. I'll show you the handle real quick so that you can see like everything was masked off properly. Nice and clean in there the way it should be. Go all around there. Everything's nice and clean. The masking process on etching actually takes a lot longer than everything else. It takes like 2 hours to mask this thing off properly, but it's nice and clean. I got a clear resin chassis on here for you that you asked me for. It says Solo Sabers over here for me in Arabic. You probably won't see that though because it's on this clear resin. But there are 2 separate 10 pixel accents on either side of this chassis to light this up for you. 28mm Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker, and then your board. So your board is adhesed to the shelf because on the resin stuff, I cannot make as tight of a press fit as I can on PLA, or I'll just snap the resin. So I make it to size. You use a little bit of adhesion on the board. But again, you can use this 90-degree cable that I've got. If you need a link to that, let me know. It's on Amazon, pretty easy to get. And you can take your SD card out from here. So everything can happen from the board being right here. I just didn't want it popping up on you. What else we got? Removable battery setup, obviously. Spring side. Let's throw a battery in. I got all the fonts on here that you asked me for with the blades, with the corresponding blade styles for those of them that came with it. We'll do this without the chassis. The LEDs are nice and bright in there. We'll go through each of the sound fonts you gave me with the chassis off, and then we'll put it on. Or not the chassis, the handle. Next one. I'm going to put a handle on so we can throw a blade in here. I just wanted you to get an idea of what this chassis was doing. So I tried to mix it up a little bit on each sound font so you'd have a little something different going on. Well, we'll just throw this handle on. Tighten it down. It does take a 1-inch diameter NeoPixel blade. I got one of those right here. We'll throw in real quick. You're going to want to use the blade retention on this guy too. For mine anyway, because I've sanded mine down quite a bit. You can almost see your chassis lighting up in there a little bit. It's mainly for when the handle's off though. Nice and loud. Play your soundtrack. I'm just tapping for blaster deflex, hitting it for blade lockup. Right here. I accidentally muted it. There.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
So yeah, everything on this guy is working exactly like it should. I'll do this one real quick. This one's really cool. We're gonna do that one more time. Just like that. And we'll take the blade out. And we'll talk about your shroud real quick because I did want to mention that on video. Take your blade out and then we'll take the battery out too. Unscrew the handle and then it's really easy from the positive side of the speaker or the positive side of the battery by your speaker. Pop it out with your finger just like that. And we'll put this back. So as you know, because I reached out to you when I found out, I was super proud of the shroud yesterday when I etched it because this is the smallest lettering I've ever done, and it's not showing up good on camera, but if you've seen the pictures, it's perfectly legible. I mean, these letters are perfect. Everything came out perfect on this guy, except for the fact that I spelled Tatooine wrong and did not catch that, and somebody showed me yesterday, and I was tore up over it. I had to like walk away and just I spent the rest of the day not messing with anything saber related, so I could calm down a little bit, right? But I went ahead and I did the second shroud, which is right here this morning. Everything's spelled correctly. It's on the saber. And you wanted this for a memento, so I'll be sending this along with your saber. I try my best not to make mistakes, but mistakes do happen. I'm only human, and I do a lot of stuff, and sometimes stuff happens, right? But I do my best to fix it. You were gracious enough to try to get me just to send it with this shroud, but I did not want to do that. So brand new shroud. All the words are spelled correctly, especially Tatooine. And then this one will go along with it. So thank you for your patience with that. I hope this came out the way you liked. And if you don't have any questions, I will try to send this out in the mail tomorrow. All right, thanks, man.